Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Liberty's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Using his legs, it's Carney. Gets it past the marker. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with it.
The quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Here comes the heat. He'll get rid of it. Soft spot in the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Flames come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. For just a minute, let's take a look at Liberty. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Flames. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Washington Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. out of the shotgun. They go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Pulls it in, it's Boston. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They boot it away. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got the first down and more. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. All right, guys, let's talk a little about Liberty. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who is very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Back to pass, it's McMillan. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
Man, such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quickly to the tight end. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on first down. On the run, still looking. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Got room on the return. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north south, and make plays too.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Carney. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. The Flames will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. The Huskies have him back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the grab. It's Jacobs. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Lawson. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. That's caught. It's Boston. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husky. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Randolph. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Goes to the option. The pitch. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Hunt is on its way. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Fires to the big fella. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Carney. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Utah.
Running back searching for a hole.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Finds his man, it's Williams. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the pass.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drop. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
And that makes you feel so good as an offense. When you can score late in the first half in a 2-minute type situation, the extra point's going to give you the lead. Makes you feel so much better heading into halftime.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Scanning the field, it's Houck. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
That was a nice swap. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no.
He's got it on the right. Open space at the 25. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Flames with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the counter. Hard running there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Person. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Person. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Flames will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Hauls it in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for room. It's Carney. Across the 25. He's got room. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying play action. Under fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Split backs here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. The short hands, it's Carney. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, man, look out!
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
He'll keep it himself. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Flames had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Liberty! And that one will give them the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Washington sends out the punt team. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. On the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground, and they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends in the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got him downfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Wants to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Offense in a split backfield. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Flames, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Flames. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
They're trailing by 22 to Notre Dame. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him.
Going over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Caught over the middle. It's Green. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Breaks into the open. He stopped well short of the line to gain at the 22. Not a chip shot field goal, but certainly makeable. We'll see what they do on 4th down. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the missed field goal, this lead's still sitting at 13. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Pulls it in, it's Williams. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding. Got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the offense will take any help it can get. Thanks for the penalty. 2nd and goal, closer to the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Looking for the goal line. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see